Hi, and welcome to my new Let's Play of Kholat Syakhl. I'm never going to be sure how I actually pronounce this game. It's got an interesting sort of history to it, in theory. It's narrated by Sean Bean, so I'm half expecting our character to either die or already have been dead based on his film record so far. Another thing is that it's actually based on a true instance known as the Dyatlov Pass incident, which is kind of the Russian equivalent of the JFK assassination. It's about a group of hikers that went up to literally a mountain that's called Death Mountain, and basically after a couple of days the bodies were found, some naked, some frozen, some mutilated. It's a highly debated subject over what exactly transpired and caused the hikers to die. There's a couple of documentaries on the subject that I'd really recommend watching, and they've also done a found footage film on it called the Dyatlov Pass incident. So with no further ado, let's see what this game's about.
"56 years ago, Russia, the northern Ural Mountains. A group of 9 students of the Ural Polytechnic Institute embarked upon a difficult winter expedition to reach the Kholat mountain. Their journey seemed to progress according to plan. However, on the 7th day of their trip, the weather conditions worsened. They lost their orientation and were forced to set up a camp on the slope of the mountain called Kholat Syakhl. It was their last stop. 3 weeks later in Yekaterinburg, when their families received no word of their success, the first rescue expeditions were sent. On February 25, 1959, an abandoned encampment was found. The tent was torn down and covered with snow, with all the group's belongings left inside. Further examination revealed it was cut from inside out. The surrounding footprints indicated the crew had fled the tent. They were barefooted. This suggests a frantic escape, characteristic of people scared out of their wits. 2 sets of prints led to a forested area down the slope. The rescue team found an improvised fireplace and 2 bodies. They were lying in but their underwear, with cuts and scratches to their limbs, suggesting they had tried to climb the tree in panic. What could terrify them so much? The next 3 bodies were found scattered a few hundred meters from the first discovery. One of them had suffered a fractured skull, this despite no evidence of a struggle. It took the spring thaw 2 months later to enable the rescue team to find the rest of the victims. The last 4 skiers were found buried in a thick layer of ice and snow. Their autopsies led to even more bizarre findings. All of the bodies had severe internal injuries caused by an undetermined force, similar to that of a serious car accident. No external damage nor bruises were visible, besides a tongue ripped from one victim's mouth and a strange orange skin color. Much speculation arose from these puzzling events. Such theories included attack from the local tribesmen, from an avalanche, or animals. Each theory, however, only served to create more questions. The truth behind this tragic course of events remains unexplained to this day. What really happened? Maybe the answer still waits to be discovered, deep under the snow.
Act 1. Okay, this is quite pretty. As far as I'm aware, pretty much everything that the narrator just said is true. The only thing that I wish to add is that in some of the theories they do talk about the fact that one of the bodies was was actually radioactive, had higher levels of radiation than what other people believed was normal. But as it so turns out, that person actually ended up working at a nuclear reactor, which is how come he ended up being exposed to such high levels. Wow, the detail in this game is great. But yeah, because of Kona being snowy, I thought this would be the next logical step. Russian. Oh, that's quite chilling. I'm liking the music choice. So I'm guessing that we're some kind of investigator trying to research what transpired. They gave this game on the blurb of Steam like it's sort of open world, 4 to 6 hours of gameplay, which is quite nice. It's definitely not a Mass Effect Andromeda all over again, but it does mean that I can have a wander about. I'll have to double check what engine this is done in. My gut is saying that it's Crytek. Could it either be Crytek or Unity? Oh no, ignore that, I just remembered the beginning, Unreal 4. For Unreal 4, they've done a bloody good job. I mean, yeah, I'm leaving footsteps. So where do we want to start? Is there going to be collectibles? Because like in Kona there was the talismans, if I remember correctly. And you had about 3 or 4 subplots, seeing how much of it you could piece together. This is their signage. I'm happy about my PC being able to run this like it is. Basically 1080p, I've got the whole thing whacked up maximum. But where to go first? Let's have a look this way just because it's left. I am liking this detail. I mean, yeah, I could get sort of bogged down in things. Do we have a jump? We have a crouch. Okay. That's a positive start. And we have a zoom. And it has a bit of focus to it, so there's a bit of depth of field in there. Let's continue along. I'd like to have a look at these buildings if possible. Can we do anything with you? No. Okay, so they are kind of gating you. They're giving you a lot of eye candy to be able to have a look at. But yes, it does appear they do gate you a bit. Is it me or is the snow getting thicker? The easiest way to tell. Yeah, it is. I think we came here just as a snowstorm's about to start. It's not a good sign. Do we have a... No, there's no save option, so it's going to have to be a checkpoint system, which is going to be a nightmare for recording. But hey ho, we'll see what we can do. So now we're here. Got a shack. I thought that was a person for a second. Sign? Yeah, I think there was a sign between two things there, and that's it, where it fell. Okay. No one about, which is a bit disconcerting, but again, if you go to that actual location, there is local people that live there. They're kind of the equivalent of American people who live in Alaska. They sort of have their very own community, and they kind of shy away from strangers whenever possible. So it would kind of make sense, the fact that I wouldn't see anyone. That and this goddamn weather. Main reason I play games with snow, I love snow. Absolutely love it to bits. But it doesn't feel like that we've had a lot of it in where I live, which is obviously the UK, and to be a little bit more okay, tense music. Why tense music? But yeah, to be a little bit more accurate, I actually hailing from Kent, so what is commonly known as the Garden of England. But yeah, so that bit's nice, but we actually haven't had snow like this. Jesus, let's think about this. 10 or so years? Yeah, it's got to be something like that. Okay. So they have given you a world to explore, but only to within the limits of what they actually want you to explore. But have they been clever engineers with this game? Have they made the game stream it off the hard drive, or is it loaded in levels? Which way? Over there, train tracks. This would probably loop back to where I just came from. Or at least it should. What was that? Sounded like a woodpecker. Yeah, because there's that house, so I must have... Yep, that's the route I took to up there. Let's keep it moving, shall we? Not sure what to expect from this game. I've actually been lucky in the fact that I've actually resisted watching any Let's Play of this. And, it's quite nice when I can actually do a blind playthrough or something. I mean, yeah, it's nice being able to play the Metal Gear Solid games at the moment. That's just the sort of game that I need at the moment. But it's also nice to be able to play something like this. So we're back to this point. Okay. That's a little bit worrying.
Are you coming to me?
What? Is that a multiple choice question? Seriously? Man, I am so loving my sound card upgrade. Yeah, it changed over to a Sound Blaster Z. It's only a 5.1 card, but what it does with the headphones is amazing. Yeah, that's another little bit of tip. I will be recording my audio going through my sound card in 3D environment, so if you want the maximum effect on this playthrough, I'm hopefully recording exactly what I'm hearing. So this will sound a lot better if you actually put on headphones. Not liking this one bit. And we got no flashlight. Chromatic aberration. Ooh. That's not a good start.
In the end, the only thing I saw was a flash. An insufferable burning light. The pain ripping apart my body. I felt it tearing out of my soul. After a while, I was nobody. Nothing. The light went out and I vanished into overwhelming darkness. I welcomed the end with delight.
Okay. Well, at least we can see our footprints. Oh, they disappear after about 8. Well, that's not going to be too helpful, is it? What about over here? It's not like we've got a okay. Do they disappear over time or on number of footsteps? Over time. Shit. So it's going to be advisable to keep moving in a direction. We said light. Okay, so that's the way I was coming from. Perhaps I can hear wing chimes. Something here. Campfire? 10. Footsteps. Skis? No, just wood. Press A.
I am right behind you.
Okay. Act 2.
Have you ever tried to hold on to your humanity? When others convince you of being no more than a subject, an object, which they can bend to their will. When they told you that you were a monster that deserved punishment. When you could really not remember your sins. When they took away your loved ones, leaving you to rot in the dark. The problem is that in their darkness, you have never been alone.
Okay. There's glowing footprints. Did we get... Okay, so we now have a compass. And those feet have just gone south. We have a notebook. Articles, okay. Survival. Running in deep snow is... Okay, so you're pushing the left trigger to run. Adjust the pace of surrounding conditions so you don't exhaust your organism. Before setting off for a longer journey, you rest at the camp. You can focus. You can lighting your way with X. Observe, element, navigation, compass and Y. Okay, so this is our map. I think this would be where, in glowing letters on the floor, it'd say, "The real game begins." Ba-dum-bum. Okay. So we're here. Okay. We've got quite a bit of terrain to deal with. And this is where we are. And you are a flashlight. Doesn't look like there's any batteries. Okay. So, we may as well press on. Interesting features. Can we get up here? Yes, we can. Kinda reminds me of a totem pole. "35 north, 50 east." "35 north." Ah. 35 north. 35 north, 50 east. 35 north. Was it 65? No, 50. 35 north, 50 east. So, whatever this is, it's over there. Okay. $35.50. This has got some sort of broadcast tower in the distance, I think. Let's get some light on the subject, shall we? Always a good idea. Yeah, it doesn't show us on the map, does it? So we are heading south-southeast. See, normally the red's north, so if I look that way, I'll be facing north. Okay. Where to? Okay, let's try going this way, actually. Let's put you away. So, our camp that we came from is just up there. Okay, so we can rest in those. So that's where we are. Okay, that's a neat trick. Close map. Zoom in. Lower map. Okay, so... yeah. So we got a path up there. I'm not going to go straight for things. I want to have an explore. Oh man, I am going to get so lost. But my guess is the reason that they put you in such a big area is there's things to find. Find that interesting. The fact that we got a glow off that top mountain. Okay, so if I'm right, we should be about here. This is going to be a good way for checking. It's like there's rocks to follow. There's the red light again. At least I'm going to have that as a good focal point. Intriguing. So we should be... yeah, we should be coming down this way. Don't need that yet. Yep, that's good. Okay, I think I can navigate by map. Yep, because that's the central columns, right. Let's get on the trail of those footsteps then. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to head over here, get to the columns, and that's when I... wait a minute. It was 35... 50. I'm actually quite close to it. 35, 50. So let's have a look at this. If I've come down there and I was walking toward that, this rocky outcrop is here. Means whatever it is, it's over here. So let's do that then. 35, 50. So that's where the path comes down. Should mean it's over here somewhere. What is that? That'd be the bridge. Okay. Can we get any closer? Further up this way. Yeah, appears so. What are we looking for? Let's see. I'm sure I'm at the right coordinates. 36, 35, 50. Yeah. So there's the bridge. So it should be really, really close. 35, 50 should be this lump here. But I don't see anything. Yeah, okay. Maybe we have to do something first. Let's head back to the 5 columns, as to call it. And that's where I'm going to end up calling this one. Still no option to save. That's going to get a little bit worrying. Come on, run. He really cannot run. Well, I assume that we're he. Definitely given the fact that Sean Bean's being our voice. Okay, so rise up. I think that's what we looked at the coordinates for. Yeah. I think, you know, there's your desktop wallpaper. So, thanks for watching. Till next time, have a good one.